Hello everyone and welcome to another Warcraft 3 replay commentary. Today I'm going to fulfill another request, which is a Creo game. So this game was played on March 17th of 2007 and it was part of the IEM Season 1 finals, or to be more accurate, of the IEM Season 1 winner bracket final best of 3. And the players are here spawning in the bottom left spawn position in yellow. Creolophus, aka Creo, the Norwegian nightelf player, and his opponent on the top right spawn position in red, the Ukrainian nightelf player HoT. So maybe at the time the two best nightelf players in Europe battling it out, and the player we see here in red was under pressure because Creo was leading with 1-0 in this best of 3, and of course the winner would go on straight to the grand final, whereas the loser would drop down to the consolation final, to the lower bracket, and have to try to come back from there. And we can already see a bit of a difference strategic wise, because HoT is going for the Ancient of War creep in front of his base at the Gnoll Overseer camp, whereas his opponent Creo didn't build any buildings so far except for the altar and the moonwell, and we do see Priestess of the Moon first against Demon Hunter. And just hold that thought for a moment. Okay, no, he's just using 2 wisps here right in the beginning to do some scouting, so it looks like Creo with his Priestess of the Moon, which is going to be his only unit out for quite a while, is going to try and do some harassment, because of course creeping with that lone hero makes no sense at all. So he just wants to know where his opponent is as quickly as possible, and at this point he already knows. Let's just see, he's producing tons of wisps here, so that's usually an indication that it's gonna be a Huntress build order. And he's got the 160 lumber right now, so usually that's around the time the players produce the Hunter's Hall as well as the Ancient of War, and that's exactly what he's doing in the meantime. Ancient of War creep started here by HoT, taking a tiny bit of damage on his archer, which shouldn't really happen, but it's only a minor mistake. And yeah, Demon Hunter out as well. Let's just see if there's gonna be a second Ancient of War or not. Moonwell already, second Moonwell already in production. First two Gnolls have already fallen. The Ancient of War rather low, but it's no problem since damage output right now is basically useless against this regenerating Ancient of War. The Priest of the Moon trying to get the last hit here. Of course, Demon Hunter is not gonna wanna let that happen. Oh, and Creo actually gets the last hit as well as the Circlet of Ability, so that's not at all a good start for the Ukrainian. Maybe he's a little bit nervous, since of course this map is very, very important for him, whereas Creo, even if he loses this one, still has the chance on map number 3 to win this best of 3. And we do see Aura first here, and a rather interesting decision by HoT to go for the mana burns against this Priestess of the Moon, because usually a Priestess of the Moon can indicate there's going to be a lot of pressure, and therefore HoT might have to use his Moon Juice here soon. And since using it for mana is 4 times more expensive, Moon Juice wise, than using it for health, yeah, it's kind of questionable whether he wants to drain his own mana by burning the Priestess of the Moon, because she's got no use for her mana as long as HoT is, as long as Creo is level 1. But never mind that, he's attacking with only 1 Ancient of War. He's getting his second Huntress out right now. First hunt is gonna take down a Scout Wisp. Nice detonate here at the very last second, and the Priestess is gonna have to be careful. Actually, he's not chasing after that one. Maybe doesn't want to waste all his time against a level 1 hero. And the Tree of Life here, nicely placed by Creo. HoT had the Scout Wisp here, which just got chased down by the Hunt, and actually another Scout Wisp down here. So Creo, HoT being aware of the fact that there's not really a lot of pressure at this point, and therefore a quick expansion with this Priestess of the Moon and Hunt style is what's most likely gonna happen here. And then in turn, Creo being very aware of those obvious scouting positions for the Wisps and just sending a Hunt there and taking them down. Very nice thinking here by both of the players. And did the HoT... Oh, HoT missed it, so very nicely chosen position for this Tree of Life, and because the Scout Wolves have gone down, HoT is gonna have to run around with his Demon Hunter here looking for the Tree of Life. Now seeing that there is the tech, I'm not sure if he saw that earlier on, I'm assuming not. Now seeing that there is the tech, so he's gonna have at least gonna have a little bit of liberty to get his own tech up, get his lores most likely, and not be afraid of any pressure. And he's still looking for the Tree of Life down here, which he didn't find.
Upgrade finish.
Tree of Life already has finished for Creo tier 2, now finished for HoT. Immediately getting double Ancient of Lore, doesn't have the lumber to go for a very quick tier 3 tech. And Creo's tech still has a little bit to go. And still no dust for HoT, so Creo's Priest of the Moon not at all in any real danger. And now finally the Tree of Life is being scouted by HoT, but at this point there's not really anything he can do about it. There's only 3 archers available for him. Looks like the Wisp here triggered a reveal, just so Creo knows what's going on in HoT space, and he sees the double Ancient of Lore, which is not at all surprising. Another Wisp here being detonated. Of course, those guys are being brought in for the repair, while the natural expansion is being crept here. And does he get the block? No, he does not get the block, so this Ancient of Lore is gonna fall as the nightelf army heads up towards the top to creep the expansion, which seems to be higher on Creo's priority list than getting this Demon Hunter out of his base. At the same time, we've already seen him build an Ancient of Lore at the left hand side of the map. Demon Hunter stepping out, nice save of this Wisp here. Second Ancient of Lore now also coming for HoT, and I cannot imagine HoT going for a very greedy tier 3 tech, Creo, of course, cannot imagine Creo going for a very greedy tier 3 tech here, especially since he's playing this Priestess of the Moon. I'm assuming he's gonna wanna stick with probably a lot of Dryades here, seeing as he's going double Ancient of Lore, and the Ancient of War is actually gonna fall here, most likely. Rather surprising that HoT didn't wait for the Ancient of War to get to the trees here to eat one and then have tons of regeneration. But then again, he's already got double Ancient of Lore and he's going tier 3, so he's not gonna need that Ancient of War anymore. But still, yeah, okay, it would have cost him a lot of time to march over there to eat one tree. Especially given that he didn't research Nature's Blessing yet. Yeah, both of the players just staying passive for now, just wanting to get their tech up, just wanting to gather sufficient armies, especially reasonable, decision by Creo, since he's getting that expansion in place, and of course he just wants that one to pay for itself before he's engaging in any bigger fights. Scourge Bone Chimes for Creo completely useless, of course. The Period of Vitality must be the item he found up here, which is of course kind of nice for the Priestess of the Moon, because she's not that tanky, and against the Demon Hunter and Bears, a couple more hit points definitely not gonna hurt. And another reveal here used, so that's kind of interesting, especially timing wise by Creo. I'm wondering what he expected to see here, what he expected to be surprised by. And that Zeppelin, definitely a decent choice against Hunts. Let me just check that army here. Yeah, only Hunts so far, so against this Zeppelin, there's not really a lot Creo has to offer at this point. But the first Dryades are already in production. Goldmine starts mining now, already 500 gold mined out, and he's making a very nice use of those owls here. Everywhere, so he's got a lot of vision, and he always sees where the Zeppelin is, so I think HoT isn't really going to be able to apply a lot of pressure with this one. But he didn't even bring the Demon Hunter inside that, so I'm not assuming that it was his plan to actually get anything amazingly done with that Zeppelin. So Staff on the Demon Hunter by now, Orb as well. Now he picks him up, and now he's gonna fly over towards the left hand side. And Creo is going to start creeping here as it appears. Zeppelin. There's no Owl Scout whatsoever here, so he doesn't see that Zeppelin apparently. Mud Golem's gonna fall level 3.5 for the Priest of the Moon already. It's 64 supply already for Creo against only 45. There's 2 Dryades here close to the expansion, but those are not gonna stand much of a chance. Of course, the Dryad by HoT is a very important unit here, as it enables him to slow down Creo's Dryades and just kill them one by one. But then again, the entire army is coming in right now, and I don't really see HoT standing too much of a chance here, just given that the numbers for Creo are that high. But maybe he's able to surprise me. He's scroll used already by Creo. He already lost his first Huntress here, but the Zeppelin is gonna fall as well, so there's gonna be no way out for those units against the massive slow that Creo has available to himself. He needs to move that Dryad, which he's doing right now, so Priestess gets out here safely, level 4 for her. Demon Hunter still 3.5. All the ranged units except for this Dryad have gone down right now. And I think the Dryad and those bears, they are in trouble because there's more and more reinforcements coming in. At least the Priestess of the Moon is heading towards Creo's main base to do some healing, but he's using the town portal just to save those bears right after using the staff on this Dryad, which survived here with only 4 hit points. So yeah, tier 3 finished, 49 supply for HoT, so I'm assuming, yeah, he's not even getting Moonwells to go into low upkeep at this point, so he's gonna want to save gold for as long as possible. Because at this point, unless he gets like an amazing fight, I don't really see him getting a counter expansion up. But maybe he's nevertheless going to try. But Creo's got the Scout Wisp in place here, not able to detonate in time. Maybe he's gonna be able to get a nice creep check off. 1-0 upgrades for the Dryads so far against no upgrades for HoT. Who's getting a new Zeppelin right now. Yeah, nothing particularly surprising going on in his main base. 1 heat scroll for the Priest of the Moon, level 4 now on both the heroes. Talisman of Evasion, of course, completely useless for the Demon Hunter. Another Zeppelin is coming in. First bear is being targeted here by those Dryads. Of course, Creo is gonna have to micro very nicely here, kiting as good as he can. First bear has been staffed. First Dryad is under some pressure. Actually, the bears are in not that bad of a position, but the Demon Hunter is gonna be forced to TP out. Just yeah, because it's the only way to save him from dying. 1 Dryad falling. It was the only unit dying in this fight here. So 1 Dryad and a heal scroll against 1 town portal. Rather even outcome of this fight. But of course, Creo, still having the expansion in place, is mining more than his opponent all the time. Still producing Dryad after Dryad from those 2 Ancients of Lore, and 1-1 upgrades in the meantime. 2 heal scrolls purchased with this Priest of the Moon, who's now cut away from the army. Creeps being woken up as well. Those are gonna help Creo here a little bit, but the Dryads are in a very, very bad position here. A couple of them have already gone down. First bear is now being targeted, but that's not at all the position Creo wants to fight in. First bear is now finally gonna fall, but Demon had already level 5. And more Dryads are going down. Now there's the TP by Creolophus. I'm guessing way too late here, as he tried to make the best out of this fight, but he lost so many units. Demon Hunter level 5.3 against, let's just check this one, level slightly over level 4, and this Priestess was already level 4 when he did the creep check down here. And now HoT feels confident enough to get the counter expansion in place as an immediate reaction to this fight, while he still stays at under 50 supply. Also just now getting the Moonwell to get to 60. But he killed so many Dryads in that fight, and he desperately needed to do so, because yeah, otherwise the army size would have just been too huge, and I feel like HoT would probably not have been able to catch up anymore. But yeah, of course that fight happened, and therefore HoT still in this game. Creo just continues creeping. Of course, both the players getting bonus experience here, because neither of them has produced a second hero so far. And this time reveal by HoT, who expects a second expansion here by his opponent, and there's definitely the chance that that's gonna happen eventually, but not thus far. And HoT at the same time going in here, does he actually wanna engage in a fight this expansion. I feel like he should maybe wait for his counter expansion to get up and then get into yeah, somewhat of a higher supply range. And that is a very great position for Creo. He's gonna be able to micro very nicely here in this huge open area, and there's a very, very quick TP by HoT, who seems to be of the same opinion as I am. And yeah, TPing out, but not after losing 2 bears and 1 dryad, so that was definitely not worth it. Bit of a surprising move, because he revealed here earlier, and I'm assuming he should have seen that there was a TP on that Priestess of the Moon, so it was very obvious how the outcome of this attack would be. But then again, maybe there's something I'm missing.
Our sacred grove is being desecrated.
So HoT, yeah, immediately again pushing into low upkeep. This expansion has been scouted by the Wisp here, by Creo, so HoT of course knows that there's gonna be a push here soon, because Creo is not gonna wanna let him catch up supply-wise. Just quickly taking down those creeps. Of course, you're gonna get a little bit of gold for it. 14 gold, of course, not all that big of a deal. And right now, yeah, that's the position Creo wants to fight in this wide open area where he can kite with his dryads. And HoT actually splitting his army, doing him the favor of giving him the good position right now. He might get a sandwich in. Okay, actually this position seems to be very good for HoT. First ride going down very quick. Heat score used here by Creo, and Demon Hunter already has to go back. He still has the immo potion. A couple of dryads have gone down very late. Staff here. Creo, HoT waiting very long with the use of that one. Maybe the first bear is now finally gonna get taken down, but so many yellow units have already gone down. First bear finally dying, and now it looks like a couple more bears are gonna fall. Rejuvenation going on the Demon Hunter, and he's already close to level 6. He needs like 1 or 2 more dryad kills, and that one is gonna die. This one is probably gonna die as well, and there's a level 6 for the Demon Hunter, and there is no way that Creo is gonna be able to break this expansion right now. He's gonna get another bear, not killed once again, very late staff by this Demon Hunter. Waiting for as long as he can. Another dryad going down. This one is probably gonna fall as well. The Priestess of the Moon just making sure to get the last hit on that bear. She's also very close to level 6. But yeah, of course, out of mana at this point, so level 6 isn't gonna change anything in this fight, and the Demon Hunter is just chasing his opponent away here. Still 59 supply for the Norwegian nightelf player against only 50 for his opponent. Metamorphosis is gonna run out, and we'll see if Creo is gonna wanna engage in a fight as quickly as possible again after that is the case. At the same time, he produced a second expansion already, so he's gonna maintain his economy lead at least for a little while longer. Let's just quickly check the mains. Yeah, there's still 2,000 inside those, so yeah, those are not gonna run out too soon.
The great outdoors.
And is HoT actually pressuring again? I feel like he's probably... I'd want to wait for the ultimate here. Yeah, 1 dryad is going to be picked off. But then again, maybe he doesn't want to give Creo's second expansion the time to pay for itself. Creo, on the other hand, 2 upgrades by now. Yeah, he's still on tier 2, so he's not going to want to change his unit composition anytime soon. Against 1-0 for HoT. And once again, fight this time. A better position, the bears blocking each other. First bear staffed here. First dryad not even going to be taken out. Very early TP here. 1 bear is going down in level 6 for the Priestess of the Moon. But I'm not too sure if Starfall is really going to change too much here, because HoT of course has mostly bears, which are very tanky, very big units, and rather few of them, so it's not like he's got a mass ranged army, which would suffer a lot more against Starfall. And immediately Keeper of the Grove added by HoT, so he definitely doesn't want to deal with the Starfall. And also casting the Mana Burn here on their Priest of the Moon, so there's not going to be Starfall anytime soon. And HoT, yeah, it's going to have to deal with another push of many dryads here. 66 supply against 80, 88 at this point. Third Ancient of Roar added in the meantime by Creo. So he just wants to snipe this Entangled Goldmine, as it seems. HoT coming in from the top. One heat scroll for him, one heat scroll for his opponent as well. Ultimate used, and immediately he's focusing his Demon Hunter, so he wants to get him out of the fight. I don't really see this Demon Hunter going down, so I'm not sure if that's the greatest decision. Druids are moving through the bears, but the Demon Hunter's taking tons of damage. Keeper is now with the army. He could pass the staff if he wanted to. Couple of Druids already going down here. Keeper is now the target. The Demon Hunter should have the staff available, but he's not using it. But at the same time, many Druid Cops here already. He's lost like 20 supply, trying to chase down this Demon Hunter, and he didn't get him killed. Staff now used against the bear, or on a bear, to save that one, and so many units have gone down from Creo. So he was trying to fight the ultimate, he was trying to get this Demon Hunter out of the fight, and that was definitely the wrong decision. No Ancient Protector here in the back, but that one's gonna be taken down very quickly by this DH. Maybe a TP straight away would have been a better decision, and I think I have to agree with HoT that he just let his level 1 Keeper go down and save the bear later on instead, because level 1 hero is only like 170 gold, and he's already back, as you can see, so maybe a better decision to just let him go down.
The sleeper has awakened.
And now there's plenty of mana on this Priestess of the Moon, and he's got the invisibility potion, so he's not going to be mana burned. He's going to be able to use the Starfall, but I think he should maybe sit back and gather a couple more Druids again before he engages in another fight. But then again, the Demon Hunter's ultimate is on cooldown right now, so that definitely equalizes like 4 additional Druids easily. So once again, he's going for the gold mine here. Starfall use. Where's the Keeper? Keeper is in the back. A couple of stars falling, but as you can see, it's not doing too much damage against those bears, and the Keeper is there to cast Entangle. And this is a very awkward position for Creo. He's got no space to micro here. A couple of Druids have already gone down, and there is the TP out. So Demon Hunter already approaching level 7, Keeper level 2 in the meantime. And Creo only 6.5 on this Priestess of the Moon. Just see the mains have run out at this point. The yellow one is heading towards the red camp here, as it seems, and that's what Creo is gonna creep next. HoT's main not walking yet. And Creo actually doesn't have Nature's Blessing, so this Tree of Ages is gonna take ages to get to this bottom right hand corner of the map.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
And one Druid might be picked off here. Let's just quickly see what item he's gonna get here. Potentially game changing, of course. Tree of Ages is in a bit of trouble, and the item was the Ring of Protection +4. Okay, worst item possible on this camp, so that's not gonna help him at all. And the Tree of Ages is going down. Big deal for Creo. And Metamorphosis is ready again. The Druids are trying to snipe his opponent's Druids here, just to enable him to micro as good as possible without being poisoned and slowed. First bear is now under pressure. Second Druid is getting sniped out. It looks like the Keeper might be the target right now. Staff is on the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter passes the Staff is on the Keeper, excuse me. Demon Hunter passes the immo potion used right now by the Keeper. And a big spread here by Creo, but it might still not be enough. The Priestess of the Moon's got nothing to protect her, 160 HP, but he's able to get out of this fight. One group of Druids here on the left hand side, one group on the right hand side, so a lot of multitasking going on within this fight, but the Demon Hunter is such a force here. He's just taking care of this group of Druids basically all by himself, whereas these other Druids here kiting with 4 Druids against 3 bears is not that easy, but the Keeper is under pressure and he's actually going down. Priestess of the Moon at the same time pulling back inside her own base. Demon Hunter killing one more Druid here before the Metamorphosis ends. And yeah, now he's gonna have to pull back. Many bears surviving here with only very few hit points, but not that big of an army remaining for HoT, for Creo, who's still not level 7. The Demon Hunter at the same time is already level 7.5. Oh, and the Tree of Eternity actually creeping all by himself here with 3 wisps to repair him. 2 more Dryades being sniped out. Actually 3 more Dryades being sniped out, and yeah, Creo just trying to do his best here, getting the low HP units of HoT killed. But this fight's definitely gone very well for the Ukrainian. And the Tree of Eternity is not gonna get in any real trouble here. Just keep in mind that there's still the economy advantage for Creo. He's still producing tons and tons of Dryads here. HoT, yeah, he really needs to yeah, get 1 heal scroll at least, or sit back and cast Rejuvenation on all of those guys. But Creo wants to stay in this fight. Of course, all his units at this point are fresh and healthy, whereas there are tons and tons of low HP units for HoT. And Creo at this point is doing a pretty nice job actually kiting here and sniping out units. And the staff was on the keeper, so there's no staff for the Demon Hunter, so no way to save those bears. And HoT, yeah, seems to be falling apart here a little bit. There's the keeper back finally with the staff, staffing once again a bear in the very last second. Another bear is going down. I think that's been like 5 or 6 bears dying here. Level 8-3 though for the red heroes. Another bear going down, and Creo, yeah, this fight couldn't have gone any better for him. He's lost like only a couple of Dryads. Entangle going on the Priestess of the Moon. Dispel used by this Dryad, saving the Priestess for now. He's pulling back towards his main base. Demon Hunter's taking more and more damage. And who's got the TP? Yeah, the Demon Hunter's got the TP. And he's actually having to use that one right now. 58 supply against 49. So Creo once again taking the lead. But we do see here that a gold mine is running low, and I'm assuming that's this one, yes. So the first expansion for Creo is running low, and very, very unfortunately for him, his Tree of Ages died earlier on here, so he is not getting a 3rd expansion up anytime soon. And HoT at this point has equalized the gold income, and that's not at all what you want with this kind of strategy. Because of course, to equalize his tech disadvantage, Creo is gonna have to outmass his opponent. Another Ancient of Lore even coming here, so he feels confident to get a 3rd one. But I'm assuming that was not gonna come up, as the entire Night Elf army is there and now throwing spears at it. So Claws +9 picked up in the meantime by this DH, which was dropped earlier here. And the 1 Dryad might get focused out unless it gets staffed or pulled back. And the Naga, the Priestess is the first target immediately. 2 Dryads immediately being picked out. Heal scroll used by Creo, but I feel like that's not really a fight he wants to take. But then again, slowly but surely he's running out of options. His Dryads down here doing a decent job sniping out HoT Dryads, but at the same time he's losing so many of them. Priestess of the Moon slowly getting closer to level 8, but maybe she's gonna die beforehand. 30 HP for her. And yeah, that one is gonna survive here. More and more Dryads being picked out though. And the gold mine is now soon going to run out, and there's another expansion coming for Creo. So he's desperately trying to stay in this match. Once again, there's a couple of low HP units, especially this Keeper for HoT, but this time the Dryads are not getting to him. Heal scroll used now by this Priestess of the Moon. Definitely a very useful heal scroll, given that all his Dryads were very low hit point wise. And he smells the rejuvenation and he wants to dispel it, but he's losing a Dryad in return, and it's already healed up so much, so I'm not sure if that was really worth it anymore.
Our gold mine has collapsed.
Another heal scroll, another invul potion bought. The gold mine has now run out. He's got 1 running expansion at this point. A second one slowly being produced. Once again, invul potion used on this Dryad. First bear is under pressure. He can't staff that one if he wants to. Once again, waiting so long here. So HoT really pushing his luck in this fight, but so far it has worked out perfectly for him. And the next bear is under some trouble. Maybe the first bear in this fight is now finally gonna fall. He switches a bit to the DH. There is Entangle available and the Keeper reaching out, but the Priestess of the Moon just barely getting out of range in time. And there's the GG. HoT not losing a unit in this final fight, tying the series. And I think especially since it was so important for him, you can see right now I'm gonna add a little screen of the VOD, which I still have on my screen. Big relief for him. And there was also going to be a third map in this best of 3 in which HoT was also able to win. So HoT moving on to the grand final after this best of 3, which is what you can see right now, the reaction after the third map. And I think actually Creo had a big advantage in the mid game, and he just chose his fighting positions quite poorly a couple of times, giving HoT the chance to come back into this game. As we can see, a huge gold difference here, but HoT actually, given his position, microing the best he could, yeah, made a really good job, really nice comeback. Of course, fighting with Metamorphosis a couple of times really helped him here. That's it for this time. I hope, as always, you enjoyed. Give a thumbs up, give a like if you did, and I'll see you soon. Bye.